the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tied right there, he's tied right there.
Detroit! Detroit!
Three down.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And his first look is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
65, 65.
Set! Blue landing!
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
And the wideout in
All right,
motion.
now, lucky 56.
I'm here all
Lucky
day.
56.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Gets this one to Morris. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hit that the quarterback was checking it down, he's made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. 180. Here we go.
Second down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25.
Check three.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And some extras coming up on the line here, ready for the blitz. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Don't let him breathe.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 54.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Motion.
And man, it's complete. Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Kill.
Here we go.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, going to 53.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Boom! I see you, boy.
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the backfield. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They don't want it, fellas.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal.
Fresno.
Go.
Slam.
Here's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Great touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in the season, we all, most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver has fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City?
Trubisky with a give to Howard. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No. Gun. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Now it's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So the offense taking over in just a second. But, you know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go 1, who would go 2, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1 and 2. Wentz number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games, and here in his second season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP, but how about most improved player in the league?
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to catch any disappoints.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
What stands to reason it gives Zeke the ball there? I mean, let's face it. Led the league in first downs picked up.
Yeah, 91 of them, 19 more than second-place David Johnson.
Yeah, you can see the confidence that the team has in him touching the football. Offensive line wants to block even harder because of him.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
They're going to 53. Here we go.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right.
Check 52.
And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
2 tights. Alert.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard. Detroit. Gun.
He'll get about 3 as as he's taken down at the 23.
Detroit! Detroit!
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives.
Now let's go!
Ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Hey, 19. Gone.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on the second attempt. There's Trubisky. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
All right, now, look at 56.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
No. Check. Patriot.
36,
Hurry up. Here we go.
36.
Blue, landing. Leopard.
Watch the edge.
All right, here we go.
Mike,
Watch it now, Barney.
59.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the
All right, now,
30.
look at
It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with
Shut
4th
Green.
down
All right,
coming
now,
out.
look at 50.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun. Here we go now. Green, 39.
The man in motion is Inman.
Gun.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down of the 46.
Watch it now, Barney.
A gain of 4. And they're able to convert here on 4th and
Here we
inches.
go. Watch it now, Barney.
Check.
All right, now, look at it. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd
All right, now, look at
interception.
50. Here we go. Look at 15. Watch it now, Barney.
Defense really showing respect to the
All right, now,
deep
look
ball.
at 50. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a gain of about 3. It's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7.
All right, now, look at 56.
Well, if the coaching staff does a good job upstairs,
check.
they'll
Patriot.
file away with it just off from the defense right there. They sold out to
check.
stop that
Patriot.
running game. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Looking for Inman deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive.
Detroit!
What can
No,
they do here
check.
on fourth
Patriot!
down?
Patriot! 319! Hot! 319!
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
The ball,
8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions.
Watch it now,
Not
Barney,
there,
Barney.
not there.
Here we go
After
now.
about the
All right, now,
third
lucky
run, he decided
56.
to pull
Lucky
it down and
56.
run for it. And he slides down and avoids
All
the
right, here we
hit
go.
for good
All right,
measure.
now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do with the offense, guessing.
They certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up.
They go play action here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window
Here we go.
there. He was
All right, now,
hurried,
look at
but
Run to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
No. Check.
6 on the
Detroit.
carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Set.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far.
Green.
But
All
I
right, now,
get
look
the
at
feeling that he might
Watch
be
it
able to
Yeah, even though there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Here we go.
Hurry up.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he takes this one
go,
in
defense.
for
Let's get
a
out the field,
Bears
defense.
touchdown. Jordan Howard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So they're going to go for 2.
Oh, this spot's got-
Back to Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
52's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get
Leopard. Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Trubisky. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Barth now to kick this one away.
Switch. You go tight. You got tight. You
That's
got tight
fielded
right
in
there.
the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
Watch tight.
What do
Tight
you
ends
think?
right.
Yeah,
Watch
I think
tight.
that. I
Tight
think
ends
that not
right.
only did he say
Go.
that, but he also said, in the end zone that he's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now, that gives me a second to give a shout-out here, Charles, to Adrian Claiborne. He had 6 sacks against the Cowboys this last week.
Absolutely phenomenal performance. Now we're listing his name next to guys like OC, Fred Dean, who's a Hall of Famer, and Derek Thomas, who's a Hall of Famer. I mean, we're talking about some of the all-time guys getting to the quarterback. 6 sacks. It also helped that Tyron Smith, the all-pro left tackle for the Cowboys, didn't play. Chaz Green tried to replace him to no avail.
Mike, check.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
Yeah.
And he's got Ezekiel first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
We're
All
going
day.
to 54.
All
Here
day.
we go.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. And set. Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Check 9. Check 3.
Watch you now, Barney. Set. Leopard.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up.
Watch you now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56.
3rd down, this is Howard. And he's got some space here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Watch you now, Barney.
Touchdown.
No. Here we go. Leopard. Hurry up. Here we go. Watch you now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56.
He will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Barth now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Leonard Floyd coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Second down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And that's caught inside the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that. Teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Over!
Yeah, baby!
Green 39! Green 39!
Hey, Mike 52! Mike 52!
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
He will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here we go now.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Leopard!
A solid gain of 15 yards
Here
in
we
the
go.
sticks move.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
And they're going to go
Check.
soft on the corner. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way
check,
because
Patriot.
of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it
now
in.
look at
Yeah,
Patriot.
nice job to force the incompletion. And
Watch
the
it now,
D-line
Barney.
pitching together
Barney,
must
now
be
look at
expecting the
56.
run.
SOS.
Over. Leopard.
SOS.
Black 99. All right, now Black 99 Philly.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Check safety.
The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third and 11.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Check 26.
And the gun, it's Trubisky.
Crash.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford
Sack.
able to
Got
get him
him.
down
Let's
behind
go,
the
boys.
line of
Let's go.
scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
We're going to 53.
And it's been like this all night long.
Kill.
Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 12.
Get him, boys.
Looking to throw. Prescott being chased out left. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Under 10.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get
Kill.
open. But once the pressure forced his eyes to see the run, it was time to make a break for it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mitch Unrein in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Here we go. Wide. Gun.
Silver.
We're going to 54. Wide eight.
Check 3. Kill.
Indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Flushed out right.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
And they will up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
All right, now look at 56.
Safety's creeping.
Down they run with Howard. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Kendall Wright, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Touchdown!
Always important to get the first score of the second half.
Here we go,
Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs in that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot. And now they're inside the red zone for the offense.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears use the short advantage as they cash in for 6.
That's it, huh? Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Barth now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets around it. Oh, now he bowls him over. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
But correct. No, just incomplete this time. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Third and long for Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's He's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky.